Good afternoon. How you doing? My name is sleepidee, and I'm here to give you a little video on how I do my handlebar mustache. I will show you the wax I use and the routine I go about in order to get it ready for the day. But first, let me go ahead and give you a close-up of it so you can get a good look at how mine works for me. Times I do have a little bit of difficulty styling it. It gives me some trouble sometimes, but overall I do enjoy my handlebar. Um, I guess this is for guys that want to go for a little bit of nostalgia, go with a vintage look, kind of classy, a little bit dapper depending on how you dress. Um, it does have a bit of a swagger to it. I tried it. I wanted to try something new back in December. It is now May of 2015, so I've been doing this for probably about 5 months now. I have trimmed it very slightly once or twice because I found some unevenness to it. So I haven't done a whole lot of trimming. Probably not going to let it go too much longer. Well, let me go ahead and just give you the close-up of it. All right, so there you go. All right. It's not super long, but I like it. I think that's a decent length to go with. I might go a little bit longer than that. I'm not going competition style. I like it better with the shaved look. I'm not gonna do the little French type thing there, but I enjoy the shaved look. Um, and if you want to try something new, go for it. Keep in mind, you will have haters out there. People are going to have smart comments. They will say ugly things. But when you go out into town, guess what? You're going to have a lot of good compliments too. People will compliment you and say, dude, that is a bad mustache. I love it. I've had people say they're jealous of it. I've had people say it's spectacular. I've had people say it's epic. If you like it and you want to try it, go for it. But be prepared to deal with the comments. Like the first week I went into work with it styled, I prepared myself because while it was growing, there was that awkward moment where when you first start growing a mustache, it has that kind of weird kind of look to it. So what I did was I just let my beard grow with it. That way it wasn't too awkward. I had a full beard, and then when it was time to shave the beard, and I also kept it for our church program for Easter. But after it was over, I shaved it and it was long enough to style. So that week in work, I had to prepare myself. I was like, well, prepare yourself for the comments, Sean, because it's going to happen. And I did get comments. I still get joked. Hey. And there we all right, sorry about that little interruption from my wife there. But yeah, what I was saying is I did get a lot of smart comments. I still do get smart comments. But it's all right. It's all lighthearted humor. I could deal with that. I've had really stupid, ignorant comments where that really ticked me off. Just kind of had to let it roll off my back, and I was like, you know what, forget you. But the silly, lighthearted stuff I can handle. Like for instance, one of the comments I got was, I look like Wyatt Earp. Right, so that's cool. I can deal with Wyatt Earp jokes, and I still do get called Wyatt Earp. That's kind of been my nickname for the past couple months now from one of my friends at work, and I can handle that. That's fine. Whatever. I've had Frito Bandito. Again, whatever. I can deal with that. To me, it seems like the bigger issue with Frito Bandito is apparently that was a commercial back in the day, and I would think that'd be kind of offensive. But I can't help what Frito Lay did in their commercials. I've heard, was it Snidely Whiplash? Hey, oh well. It's funny. Little stuff like that doesn't bother me. I think it's humorous, and it's whatever. Um, but yeah, you've got to prepare yourself to deal with that. Because especially if you're used to doing one thing and you've done it for years, like I've done the stubble beard thing for years where I didn't let it get too long, maybe like a week or two old. And that's how I used to wear my facial hair for years. And like I said, it was time to try something new. And I like the nostalgic vintage feel, the kind of gentlemanly look, the Englishman type of look. So I wanted to give it a shot. You know what? Like I said, if you're curious about it and you want to try something new, go for it. Um, it's all good. I mean, it's your choice. So just know that it does take a little bit of time. You got to be patient. And the first few weeks are the most awkward with your mustache because it's getting in between that stubble and then the growth here. So it takes a while to get past that awkward moment. You know, you probably won't be able to do any kind of twisting or anything with it with me it was about I think 3 months. Maybe yours will go faster than mine, but who knows? But yeah, just stick with me, and I'm going to show you the products I use and my pretty much my daily routine. It is a commitment, and I'll tell you why later. Because if you don't style it, you can look pretty rough, and I'll show you later on in the video. All right, we're back. Okay, so again, remember how I told you it's a commitment? Yes, this mustache is a commitment. Do you like this? No. Do I like this? No. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Abraham. Alright, so yeah, it reminds me of, it makes me look like Abraham from The Walking Dead. So, it is a commitment. It's something that I have to keep up unless I want to look like this all day, and I don't like this. I like the more refined, twisted look. Yes, indeed. Okay, now, what I like to do first is I will start off with hair gel. Or, well, yeah, gel. This is like a thicker type of hair gel. But I like to start off with that and give that as my base coat because I found I do like Clubman Moustache Wax. That's what I have here. Clubman. But this is the Chestnut color. This is supposed to be the light brown color that they have. And I figured the dark brown, the one that I saw online, would have been way too much. So I left it alone. I did try neutral at first. It's more of a white. And I didn't like it because it left everything just like kind of white and pasty. It lightened up my mustache and looked kind of crusty and just dirty. I didn't care for that white crusty look in my mustache. So I figured I'd try the brown, or excuse me, the chestnut. But I do like the chestnut. But so I don't make it too brown and have it too thick with mustache wax. I like to do like a base coat of the hair gel, and I'll use the little comb that I use this with it to help comb it through nice and evenly and get it to where I can, you know, get it good to go. And then once that hardens and dries and kind of sets a little bit, then I'll go back with the mustache wax to finish it off and give it the extra hold, because that is a thicker, stickier wax than what the gel is. So I think it does tend to work a little bit better. But like I said, I think it helps to have a base coat of hair gel. That's how I do it. So here we go. Alright, so I typically put about that much on my fingers, and then I just work it in. See, it's already starting to take some shape here. Not looking like Abraham. Rinse this excess off before I get my brush. All right, now I get the brush and comb it through. Or get the comb brush, the combo. What is it? A spoon and a fork is spork, so this would be brush, comb, boom, brome. Grab my brome here. Alright, I think I got it nice and evenly coated throughout the stash. So now let's go ahead and start to get the initial shape going. That way when it dries, it'll be easier to take the wax in and get it shaped up how I want it. Alright, so there you have it. I'm going to let that dry and I'll be right back. We're back. One thing I did forget to mention is I did pick up one of these from Walmart. It is more for a for eyebrows, to groom your eyebrows, comb and brush your eyebrows, and it was $1.50. But I mean, I found that it works awesomely well for my mustache as well. And another reason I picked it up is because even though the wax does come with this little comb brush here, it's very sensitive, especially right around here on the neck. I've had many times where I've tried to take another one of these and like brush off the excess gel to clean the comb up, and the head would snap off right here. So that's another reason I picked this up. A little bit sturdier, a little bit more durable, and the teeth on the comb are like made of metal. So just to give you an idea of what I work with here and show it to you, you know, that's another thing I use. Now I think we're about ready to go. I'm gonna grab some wax here. I have not found that sweet spot yet on what is just the right amount to dab on my finger. That's roughly about what I use, and I'll split it up between both of my hands like so. Obviously I do tend to find that a lot of the times I have leftover wax. I try not to, I don't want to waste it, but, and that's the thing too, the only place I've seen Clubman Moustache wax like locally out in town is Sally's Beauty Supplies, and all they have was the white. It was reasonably priced. It was about $3 something. But when I ran out of that, I decided to go online and I ordered some Chestnut, and it was a pretty good price because I got a 3-pack. Alright, so trying to keep an eye on you guys and look at the mirror at the same time. Alright, so there it is, the Handlebar mustache. And when the wax dries up a bit more, it will be a bit more pliable. You can curve the ends a little bit better. You don't have to worry so much about it sticking straight out unless you like it out. I mean, sometimes there's some wax on my face. Sometimes I like the way it looks when it's just kind of sticking straight out a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and curve it in. There you go. One thing I did forget to mention with the handlebar mustache, or just mustaches in general, good luck when you're trying to drink drinks. It does get a bit difficult. A lot of stuff gets on your mustache here, and it can be a pain to keep dry, and it's really irritating when it does get wet when you're like drinking coffee or something like that out of a cup. That is my daily routine and the things I use in order to get my mustache prepared for the day. I love it. I intend on keeping it for a while until I get, I guess, sick of it, but I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the gentlemanly look, the dapper swagger kind of look, especially when I have my dress clothes on, like my suspenders, bow tie, tie, vest. I love that look. So I'm gonna keep it for a while. And I thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great day.